The Jomon period is the key to understanding the world's ancient civilizations. The clay figures with the sunshades aren't aliens.
The Moheji clay pouring vessel, 6.
So this time, we will finally discuss the Oracle Bone Script. We have already noticed that there are many patterns on the Moheji clay pouring vessel, but perhaps you didn't notice the Oracle Bone Script, Tabby.
No, unfortunately I did not notice.
All right, well let's take another close look at the front underneath the pouring spout, where there is a pattern forming the Tamadaki Sansamon.
Hey, isn't this the Oracle Bone Script for the word snake?
That's right. This is part of the Tamadaki Sansamon that represents the mating of the male and female snakes. So as far as the meaning goes, it fits perfectly. And also, if you put together the snakes on the left and right, you get the Oracle Bone Script meaning to tie or interlock, which is also a perfect match.
If you look closely, there are many other Oracle Bone Script letters meaning to interlock.
That's right. There is also the script for interlock to show that the ancestral spirit descends directly down from the donut-shaped hole in the vessel. The interesting thing is that the other side of the pattern that means interlock is the pattern for snake. And look at that side carefully.
Huh? It looks like there are whiskers on the snake.
That's right. This snake with the whiskers is also similar to the Oracle Bone Script for a deceased mother. The source of the new life, which is the ancestral spirit as the male and female snake, is, in other words, like the deceased mother and father.
Okay, so where does it say deceased father?
Well, actually, that is where we need further research. But on this side, there is drawn the interlocking of the deceased mother, and, as a guide to the whole of vertical descent, a pattern very similar to the character for rain. According to Shizuka Shirakawa, the ceremony for praying for rain and the ceremony for praying for the descent of the divine spirit took the same form.
So in that case, you could say that the Oracle Bone Script letter for rain might also mean spirit. Then, the ceremony for praying for the birth of a child, in other words, is the ceremony for the descent of the divine spirit.
Yes, you could say that. As I said before, the Oracle Bone Script protruding from the rim represents mountain, and the human snake form at the rim is reminiscent of the Oracle Bone Script for rainbow.
That means that this pottery definitely has a deep connection to the culture of the Yin dynasty, right?
I can't imagine it to be otherwise. Generally speaking, this kind of strange shape doesn't suddenly appear without the influence of another culture.
So the people from the Yin dynasty, having been chased off the Asian continent, crossed over to Japan, and they taught Oracle Bone Script and the technique of making pottery.
No, this is the only pottery of its kind, both before and after. So I think the Yin people, having come to Japan, and having been inspired by the Jomon culture, made this pottery by themselves.
Of course, this kind of pottery has not been found among any of the Yin dynasty remains.
There are still many mysteries, but it's fun how far we can go with this conversation.
Yes, I think so too. The ancient cultures of the world were all connected somewhere, weren't they?
That's right. That's why there are a lot of hints to interpreting the Jomon culture and the ancient artifacts from abroad, starting with China. However, all the ancient cultures have been relatively short in comparison to the Jomon culture. Even the remains of the most recognized cultures were wiped out by other cultures that came after them. So, looking at the remains of the Jomon culture, which lasted 10,000 years, a period of time longer than any other in the world, there should be more information here than we can get from any other culture. And there should be many hints regarding the movement and changes of the ancient cultures of the world. But if people look at these amazing shapes and say carelessly, "Well, it's just another decoration," then the conversation will never go very far, and unfortunately, we won't make any progress.